What's up, guys? It's the end of week 17, and this update is going to be a bit of an odd one. I gotta talk about a tournament win, the goals for this past week, and discuss what's going on in the next 2 weeks, so let's go ahead and get started. First up, let's go over the tournament. I did end up winning this tournament through winner's side, yay, but holy moly was it like the textbook definition of a clown fiesta. After watching things over, every set was super embarrassing. So many mistakes were made. It was crazy. The first set against the Karen was rough because I tried recording with my mic on while playing, and I sucked at multitasking. Things move so fast in those matches that it's hard to explain my decisions as they happen, while also preparing for what's going to happen next. I won't be doing that anymore. Instead, I'll just review right after the tournament while things are still fresh and I can remember why I made the choices that I did instead of, talking about it and then reviewing it later. Okay, so the second set against the Ibuki was just ridiculous. That had to be one of the laggiest sets that I've ever played the entire year, which is crazy because the lobby showed him to be a 4-bar connection. But holy moly, everything, and I mean everything, felt like a 50-50 mix-up from Capcom because I had no idea whether my hits were landing or not. I was over there dropping target combos because I thought he was blocking things, and then it turned out, hey, he wasn't. It was, I think the commentators said that I dropped the stun combo 3 times, but I didn't even realize that I got him stunned until like 2 seconds later. It was insane. But anyways, somehow I managed to pull through 2-0, and I didn't mention the lag since nobody else seemed to have a problem with that guy. I'm guessing we're just too far apart or something, I don't know. The third set is where things started to settle down, and I started to see some of the more serious kind of real shortcomings that I have. On paper, it should have been pretty easy against Zangief because he didn't have too much experience playing that character. I'm not sure why, but he did the same thing in the first tournament too. When we fought, he was using Necalli instead of Juri, which seems to be his main. He does seem to play Juri against everyone else, and then he plays another character against me, or at least he did until the very end of this tournament. Despite him not really doing much during these matches, I somehow started making really weird mistakes. Off the top of my head, I remember canceling into into Parabellum instead of Heavy Parabellum instead of EX, when I could have just done EX to close out rounds. I didn't convert Crush Counter Standing Heavy Punch into anything every time that happened. I didn't buffer one time. I think I had some questionable jump-ins when I went completely over him beyond cross-up range. All in all, it's a lot of stuff that I don't see happening too often in my regular ranked games. These mistakes carried right into the grand finals where this guy stuck to Juri for the entire set. A big part of the mistakes in the finals was matchup knowledge. I still know next to nothing about Juri, but there were times where I would learn something like, oh, this is plus for Juri because I keep getting counter hit, and I'd still press buttons and get counter hit every time. I'm excited that I won, but every time I come into these tournaments, I feel like I'm playing a full league below what I normally play like. I think it's pretty clear that I'm weak mentally, and it's something that I need to put a lot of time into. I'm not necessarily talking about staying tilt free, it's more related to mental endurance and stopping those tournament jitters. One thing I did at the very end was mute the stream commentary when it was my turn to play, and that helped quite a bit with being able to focus. I don't know why I had it on to begin with, but aside from that, I'm not too sure what other steps I should be taking in the future. I'm thinking maybe I need to have some meditation thing like Tokido or some of the other top players, and it's probably time to start showing up to Wednesday night fights to get used to playing people side by side and on stream again. The next new challenger tournament is in 2 weeks, so hopefully I can find something to make some significant progress in time for that. Moving on to the goals for this week, it's pretty short. I just didn't bother touching them after the second day. Last week was full of lag, and this week was no different. I'm not sure what changed, but it's a real problem when a set stands out in my mind just because it felt smooth and responsive. By Tuesday night, I decided that I wanted to just hit Super Gold again and take a Street Fighter break for Thanksgiving, but my points just kept fluctuating around that 5k range. So I'm pretty much just taking a small break, like I said, after this tournament, and I just want to regain my sanity. I have some finals I need to do well on in 2 weeks. I'm getting closer to that graduation range, so I want to do well on these. And I think it'd probably be best if I focus on studying for those with my maximum amount of effort. I'll still play every day for sure, but I'm thinking I'm just going to be in maintenance mode just to make sure that I don't need to relearn anything all over again, another couple weeks of review. I just want to keep things sharp so that I can move on to redoing these goals. By then, hopefully season 4 is going to get announced and God, please, netcode changes, but we'll see. So yep, that's pretty much how things are going to go. I probably won't post an update next week since I'm just going to be focused on finals, but next week I'll have the tournament footage again and I'll just talk about that. And then Wednesday is my last final, so by that Wednesday I guess I'll get back on the grind to platinum. See you guys soon.